Guys, welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Where last left off, we're about to duel Tiana. Now, I decided to modify my deck to something a bit more standard. It's not a perfect representation of the cards you start off with, but I think it'll suffice to show you exactly how you're going to be when you start off playing this game. As I said, it's pretty frustrating and pretty grind-heavy and lucky. So, let's start off our very first duel with Tiana. Okay, let's play. Hope you're not a sore loser. So here we've got basically our chest filled with the monster stuff. And here's my modified deck. See, as you can see, it's filled with a bunch of, like, stuff. You know, you'd think being the prince and stuff, we'd have access to a bunch of, like, rare and powerful cards. I mean, who knows? Because apparently, we're just as a commoner. We have friends, but they have no idea that we're the prince, which is kind of odd. I guess in some cases, if you think about it, it's like, does our mom and dad, our pharaoh and queen, like, is there some subtlety going on here? Do they just hate us and don't want to be associated with us? I have no idea. We'll discuss that later. Anyway, I press the select button. I'll be brought here. This is where, like, anytime I win a new card, it'll appear right up here, and all the other cards follow. Press select again. All my monsters and stuff are conveniently, like, and spell cards and trap cards are conveniently organized right here. So you can find, like, cards that you might need for your deck and stuff. Anything else is highest defense, highest attack, I don't really know what that is, and I guess random. So anyway, without further ado, let's begin this duel now, shall we? You start with 8,000 life points. Not 4,000, 8,000. I believe that's also the amount you start with other games too. Anyway, that's the music here. It's pretty catchy. The music, I think, will be good. Okay, so here we have our 5 cards. See, this game uses the prototype rules. It's kind of odd, but anyway, prototype rules, you always start with 5 cards. Anytime you use more than one card, you always end up with 5. You can only play 1 card per turn. So, for example, I could play this face down, or I could activate it, but then I can't play anything else, contrary to the, you know, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Game standards. Anyway, I want to show you something that's going to be your best friend throughout this entire playthrough. Fusioning. Sorry. Fusioning is like, you know, you need polymerization. But in this game, all I have to do is press the up button, and you'll see this. Now, fusioning, honestly, if you're not going to be using, like, a game guide or, you know, game facts, you're going to have to experiment with it. You're going to have to, like, see what the opponent and AI use fusioning to know, like, which ones can combine which. So anyway, here we have this wing beast and this fire, and this one, fire. Well, anyway, hang on, let me just show you. So we're going to fusion our very first monster. And bam, Crimson Sunbird, 2300. Now, Guardian Stars. This will play factor. I'm going to choose the Mercury one. Now it's going to be her turn. Can't get to see her cards because, you know, of course. Now, what she played in. Okay, so if I press triangle, I get all this info here. Crimson Sunbird, the attack, the defense, what type of monster it is, Wing Beast. And now we have Guardian Star. This is something unique to the game. See, you get to choose, like, before you play down the monster, which one you choose. Depending on which one, and depending on what your opponent, like, chooses, you can either gain 500 attack points for both attack and defense, 500 points for attack and defense, or your opponent will gain 500 attack points for their attack and defense, depending on which is dominant. I'll try and go through it as I go along, but we'll see. Your opponent, see where the Mars is, that top one? For some reason, the AI always chooses that one. Always the first one, never the second one. This is a pretty good thing because you can, like, guess, I suppose. So, and plus, you need all the advantages you can get in this game. And you got a little description there. Just a little unique thing. Whatever. Anyway, let's see if I can fuse anything else. I don't think I can. Anyway, since this is starting off, she's not going to have that many good cards, but I guess I don't either. So I'll just attack whatever. I don't really care much about rankings and stuff. So we'll attack with Crimson Sunbird. Ancient Jar. Okay, I could have destroyed it, but oh well. have Mars. That's Moon symbol. Okay, so see, mine is a wing elf and it's Sun. That's Moon. Now, Sun beats Moon. So when it's glowing, when the Guardian Star word is in yellow, that means that I gain 500 attack and defense points. Now watch what happens. Let me tell you something. Those extra 500 points, super useful. Super useful. You don't even know yet how useful it is. It'll be your best friend, along with fusioning. Ah, now see that? Neptune. That was the Neptune symbol. And since my Candle of Fate had Mars, see, it gained the 500 attack points, and it gained enough power to destroy me. Okay. Now, here's something interesting. See, this thing's called Dragon Statue. Depending on what monsters you fuse... See, this is where an example of a sort of advanced form of fusioning, but, I'll show you something. This won't count as a dragon just for this machine thing. So I get Cyber Soldier. 1500 attack points. Influence is a very good monster. Alright then, well, let's, just attack. Okay, watch this fusion now. See? Fusioning can, like, give you great benefits. There are some, however, that will more than not be absolutely useless to you. A flaw in the game. Anyway, we're about to win here. Crimson Sunbird attacks. And we win. And apparently we've got an A ranking. I believe you get that if you complete, like, defeat your opponent very quickly without having... See, when you fuse cards and when you use certain equip spells later on, you're going to be penalized for that. Unfortunately, I don't know all the details to this ranking. Anyway, when you get an A rank, you always get these 4 stars. The highest is S rank, and it's 5 stars. Those stars will help you later. I'll explain that later on. Anyway, victory conditions, you can see your combos and all that. I suppose, in a way, you could look at these and maybe form some sort of formula on how... Now, see there, on the bottom left corner? That's the card we get. Honestly, you won't know until you check it out in your chest. And that's later on. So we'll have to look back in our chest to, like, see what that is. And they get a little defeat pose. Ouch. Ouch, looks like I lost. Oh well. I'll play you again when I get a little better. Okay, we're gonna... Now when we come back, we're going to duel more. Sorry if I'm dragging this out a bit long. This is my first time. I'll try and speed things up as fast as possible. After, like, we finish all the rules and stuff. See you then.